I think the voice should be a bit better, at least, on the earlier stream. The tea helped a little bit. It's still not great, but I think it's better. Alright, hello, welcome. So today we'll be playing a Season 3 map. It's called Rhodes. It's made by Moesia. And I'm sorry for the voice, I'm sick, so unfortunately this is how I sound like today. Which means also reading or generally talking for a long time is not comfortable for me, so unfortunately that's just how it is. However, we should probably take a look at the instructions. Why are we playing this? Someone on Haven asked me if I could play it. It is apparently a bit hard. However, Destination Walker played it, and apparently it's not like super crazy or anything. It's just that you need to manage the space well. There is no military. I'm gonna probably show you this. What if we make it small? Yeah, that's fine. So this is the map. It's called Rhodes by Moesia. I'm not gonna read the backstory, but we will read the scenario. There's only a map file, so this was made before the new features of the editor. This is released in 2023. Your task is to get back in Augustus's good graces. Your mother Olivia's. I don't know why I have a mother in this, but whatever. I just want to get into this. No invasions of military buildings, no gladiator revolts. Okay. Normally this is something we don't tell people, but sure, if you want to be super straightforward about it. Very little farmland, few mining spots, lots of fish. Okay. There's an island map obviously, but we will have land connection as you always have to have entry and exit point. Several elevations, distribution and efficiency issues. Trade only grows over time, as do wages and most prices. Right. So the starting economy especially is going to be difficult. Frequent emperor requests, particularly in the early and mid game. No plazas, no clay pits, only one type of vine. Okay. No clay pits is a bit painful, but I think we are used to that. I see some natives as well, which could be potentially an issue. Large mountain range to the west of the island holds 3 mining spots. 4 native huts are close, be careful. No plazas in one. Okay, yeah, Verticordia. For the second type of vine, we'll see if we feel like doing palaces. What is the goal? 12,000 population, 90 culture, 100 prosperity, 100 peace, 95 favor. That's fine. Okay then, let's give it a shot. I hadn't played this before, by the way. This is me playing this for the first time. Boot up the game. I'll be using it's not the latest Augustus unstable, it's like, I don't have today's update, but that should be fine. Let's go ahead and switch to window capture. There you go. So it's gonna be played from City Construction Kit. Rhodes. There it is. So we have no intro, that's fine. There are sheep. Native huts. This is entry exit point. This is probably not using a custom empire. Yeah, this is the original empire, I believe. We are in Malidas, meaning there is Athene and Corinthos, both which the quota seems a bit low for what we are used to, especially for 12,000 people. But if there is a native meeting hut, we could potentially print money. I don't see a native meeting hut. If there is no meeting hut, we can essentially ignore the natives, because you can build next to them and they won't get angry. Unless there is a meeting hut somewhere on the map. It doesn't need to be accessible, but it needs to exist. Okay then, well, I think we can ignore the natives. That's already a thing that I would recommend the mapmaker to fix. Because this would result in the player completely ignoring your intended mining restrictions. However, that's for later. So we need to fit 12,000 people in here. Obviously, there are very good places for that here. Is there any farmland? Yeah, there's a bit. We can grow fruit and olives, which we'll need for the oil export. All trade routes are by sea. Yes. Where are the dock spots? And also, where is the flotsam? I'm gonna do a save right here. And just give it a second so we see where the flotsam is. If flotsam is enabled, it's possible that we just don't know. Oh no, it's here. Okay, well, that might be all across this island, which should be terrible for ship logistics. So we should really think about where do we put the dock. The most efficient dock would be as close to the entry as possible. I really want to build my sea export here though. And we probably don't have to. There's wharfs. 3, this. This is where we'll put our dock. It's not great, but it's as close as it can be. Now we should really think about the space. The space is gonna be vital. Oh, there's farmland here as well. Interesting. We could do some twisted blocks with 12,000 population, 100 prosperity. We'll need some patricians. Might even be a good idea to go with relatively earlier patricians just to harvest taxes because of how little the trade allows. But the trade will grow over time as the map intro suggested. So we will see about that. I'm thinking about how do we do the block here. This could be a line block easily in here, but I would like to start with a decent block, which means starting to use our space over here is probably not a bad idea. The sheep are a bit annoying, but we can deal with that. That's fine. Clear this. Let's get the road. Oh yeah, one of the most recent update for Augustus, by the way, for map makers is now you can pick a brush size when you are in the editor and want to do cliff, so it's easier to make nicer cliffs. Because previously, if you didn't make a map ever, you can only paint cliffs in 3x3s, which is really annoying because then you need to like remove parts of it to make it look remotely good. Because if I was to like comment on the map design here, it's good shape when you zoom out. There is a decent amount of war spots which is well made, assuming I can bridge over to these. But you see the cliffs are a bit rough. I think that you could do better. It's just that it requires a lot of extra effort. So I could understand why it's not better, but suffice to say there are maps that do it, you know, with much more effort. Let's go ahead and put in our first block. So let's go ahead and do it here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right over here. Now we want to be efficient with this space if possible, but I might just do a little bit like a T-shaped block here. We do not want to block this off. This is potentially fishing spots, and fish is gonna be our main food staple. So. Oh yeah, also, do they sell me other food types? Sells 25 grain. Oh boy, that needs to rise if you are about to feed that to anyone. I suspect it's just gonna be patrician food, but still. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, road. So what if we are like this? Yep, that seems completely fine. The only thing we need to worry about is water, obviously. But not really, we can just put a reservoir. Even here is fine. Just so we don't have to worry about the other places. Barber is slightly desirable, so we can put that here. We do not have plaza, and there is no way to unlock plaza, so that's something we need to be mindful about. We'll be doing 2 prefects, because we cannot trust people to do the job, and we will be doing a clinic, sure. We will be building some, grand temples, but I have no idea which yet. So let's just put in all of ours. We'll likely do Venus though, because Venus is just amazing. And then let's go ahead and put in the houses over there. There you go. Might as well. But we will need... I think the problem is gonna be if we are efficient, we will suffer because of unemployment, but that's something we'll figure out later. It's okay. We do want to add extra houses on this side. So let's do that. Oh yeah, also, personal salary. 80 denarii, okay. We have ridiculous salary. Let's drop that to something like 5. And yeah, we will have to do oil trade first, I think, after people arrive in the city. There is fertile land here, we can ignore the natives, so... It's fine, we do have a mission post. I'm just gonna double check that I'm not missing the native meeting hut, because like, obviously, we know that because we made so many maps, but... I guess it's not a common knowledge for some people, still. Yeah, there's no meeting hut, so we can just ignore the natives. But that tells me maybe, well, if it was playtested, maybe the author didn't piss off the natives like ever. Because they will not do anything if I build on their land. We also don't have much starting money, but I assume there is a baylight. There's some fertile land here as well. There we go. So double check the trade, oil and weapons. Where's the entry for the cliff? Oh, it's all here. Oh, that's fine, because car depots can carry it quite far. It's not really a problem. I'm not sure if this map was made before car depots. It's possible. Just make a little bit, we can't even make much. I'll use this middle area for workshops, I think. Because I want to keep at least a stretch here for some sort of cursed block later if we absolutely have to. Just accept oil. $1,500 denarii. Okay. Definitely went a bit too big, I think, for our own good, but we'll see. It's gonna be the start might be starved. I don't think it's designed for 22x6, so we might have too much labor. Might have to ping pong some debt. A bit. Let's add more, but we should really focus on weapons instead. soon. This is done. If we water them, we'll get a lot of labor though. Now we need a dock and sell some stuff. Create a connection so that we don't have to strain logistics. Let's put in a dock. And let's get a warehouse. There's a potential wharf spot in there. Probably gonna want to use it later. We also might want more than one warehouse. That's a dock, a wharf spot as well. But these can be... it's a bit tough. If we have two warehouses, we could potentially have one of them accept some fish and just do it that way instead of having a granary for this. So I think that having... unless this is a bridge spot. Which I don't think that is a bridge spot. We'll do one, then add another one later. And we'll tap it from this side. If we don't touch this, then the carter will spawn right there. That's what we want. See trade. Let's do 16 oil is a bit much, but we rely on this, so let's go ahead and do that. From 1 to 2. We'll do some weapons as well, but money is low. We could try that. We have 40 favor, so it's probably worth it. Are people still coming? 78. If we water them, which is very easy, we will have much more population. I think I might want to wait until we make some oil money and then start doing other things. But time is of the essence. We don't want the map to outscale us, so it's always going to be a consideration. Okay, there's the cart. It seems to be following this path, which I guess is, as crow flies, the fastest. Open. That is 600, which means that anyway. Sell the oil. I know it's easier. This is a too big of a block. We should have started with less houses, probably less on the outside. I should have known that because there is way less trade than normal, what I'm used to. But as long as we make some money here, it's gonna be fine. People are leaving the city. That's not good. I'm gonna have to pay them some more money and then... Okay, at least we made some profit, but this is not good. We need to give them jobs. I guess I'm gonna start doing either the weapons or the fish. Fish is good for food, but we don't even need food yet. It's a concern for later us. I think the weapons are probably acquired. Now, where can we place mines? We do have timber as well. Okay, there's a mine here, but it does block the staircase unless that side can be tapped with a road. Always dislike pixel hunting. If it's the only, like, you only have 3 spots or something, I like when the mapmaker marks the spot with the roads. Because otherwise it can be a bit of a pain to figure out. Yeah, it's here. But that means that logistically, okay. It just means that everything needs to go around it. That's fine. There's another spot here. But we'll be probably doing it here. Gonna be right back. Need a minute. There's another mine possibility here. That means the road is gonna be a bit spaghetti, but it's fine. It doesn't matter at all. Let's get some workshops for weapons. Once again, the natives don't matter because they are pointless. They will not get angry when there is no meeting hut. So we can just build here. We'll add a warehouse later. This is just more for the jobs than anything else. We can't afford to do depot yet, I don't think. We'll add a warehouse eventually. Need to sell the oil. But there is such a low quota that we can't really rely on it. But everything needs to go towards making more money at the moment. Everything else is kind of secondary. We will probably end this year in debt, by the way, which Caesar will hate. If we see weapon cards waiting, we might already do something about that. What about the quota for oil? 10 sold already, yep. This is gonna be terrible. We can sell 5 more, but that's not that much. We could also increase efficiency of our cards by... But the problem is they... Well, maybe it's been fixed already. They only recalculate when they are dispatched, not when they arrive. But now they should be doing that. I think it's been reported as a bug. Let's say only when there is more than 4, because they can carry up to 4 at the same time. Still no weapons yet, so okay, there's weapons. After we sell this batch, I'm gonna make the warehouse. Because this is still not wasting time technically, because they can stockpile a bunch of weapons. But it's good if we don't waste any production time, obviously. Accept weapons, just do weapons. And we will bring it to the dock as well. Weapons 16, and let's go ahead and do a depot. Weapons depot, bring from 3 to 2. We'll have to pay for the opening cost, which is 600, that's okay. Now we need to be very careful with labor. If we water them, it's gonna cause us to have to give jobs and everything's gonna collapse. So with low economy maps, you need to be very careful with how we expand. If you are smarter, you would do less houses. Maybe already give them water. Because if I get hit by like contaminated water right now, we could lose people to fumigation, which would be incredibly annoying. Okay, we have some weapons. It's November, we cannot sell more oil. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we sold one extra. Sometimes that does happen. 600, we can probably just make up that difference by selling a couple of weapons. It's November though. I'm gonna buy the bullet and do it. I know, Caesar. Only bring when there's more than 4. We'll sell some fish as well. That's what I want to set up next, after we get the water, that is. Yeah, we are, it's January. Stormy seas, that's not great, but we got another ship at least. Okay, sell all the junk. Stormy seas is bad. It is very, very bad for us. But we can do something about this. So now we have 1,000. Let's go ahead and do some fish for trade. And then we should maybe consider making even a lighthouse relatively quickly. Could be important. Let's do fish. Let's do... Where is the worst kind of shipyard spot? Here. Gonna do it here. Matt says, I've been in the work mines all day and didn't even catch the earlier stream once you started the game, so this is the one you were talking about earlier. Yeah, exactly. But also the last stream was a dumpster fire, because I had to take Turgon behind the barn. And yeah, that's been done, so it's good, but now we have to play this, which is... It's kind of more like the old school maps. It doesn't have a custom empire because it's been made a while back. There's some puzzling design, like, you know, there's no native meeting hut, so the natives don't actually care that I'm building on their land. The cliffs are a little bit rough. I would like there to be a bit more, you know, smoothness in that. Otherwise, maybe a couple more rocks, but that's just personal preference. I think I can do this. It's just the early economy is interesting because there is 2 trade routes. It's the vanilla trade empire, and there isn't much quota, so we need to be careful. Let's set this to export, and let's add some wharfs. This is more than enough. This fishing point is so close that they will overstack anyway. Pretty confident at that. And we can use the surplus to feed people as well. It might be time for water, but I need to figure out what do we have as other means of employing them, because this is gonna result in a big spike of unemployment for us. Doing more oil doesn't seem great right now, but the map promises that there is gonna be increases in quota. So I don't know if we can trust that. We'll have to see. The stormy seas is bad for me. Very, very bad. We also can't make bricks or sand locally, which means imports. So I'm not gonna be fixing that stormy seas for a while. And on the very hard, they can happen pretty often. Okay, finally getting ships again. Ah, increased trade of fish, okay. That's good. You getting any fishing ships? Yeah. I know, Caesar. I swear we'll fix everything, okay? Managed to get some money. Let's go ahead and water these people. Gonna regret it, but it's what it is. More wages. Okay, I'm already paying a bit more, so it's probably fine. Finally, I have the fishing ships. Price rise in marble. 10 denarii isn't a huge deal. Setting up infrastructure for food seems like a logical next step, but unfortunately, that's gonna result in like a tremendous unemployment, and I don't want that. 25 fish now. Because how do we employ people? We don't have any labor sink. With this block, this is gonna result in too much population. And wharves are very population efficient, so it's not gonna necessarily help anyway. Should set up the granary in any case. Think about it. How do we want this to be? Because it's gonna be a supply hub for like multiple blocks, preferably. It can be here. It could also be a bit away, because this is not so close to the fishing point, but we will have more wharves here. Fish is gonna be so plentiful, it's gonna be ridiculous. So we should really not focus on directly putting it into this. So where would be the best place to have that done? We can't put a block here, it's not gonna be pretty, but it will fit. Just line up another one here. Meaning the supply hub should go here, where this forest is. There you go. Market ladies. 12,000 pop, over 100 prosperity. Yeah, I mean, space will be a bit of a problem, but not really if you plan for it. I think with good block design, we will not have problems fitting this. But you could, if you make any sort of inefficiencies, then it could get tight. But I don't think it would for us, because we play efficiently, so I don't foresee that being a problem. I'm more worried about the economy, because I'm so used to being able to just have trade standing the city, and that's not what we can do here. Because the trade is pitiful compared to what we are used to. We are so spoiled. But it's what makes it a bit interesting, so that's why I wanted to see it, and also someone was asking me to do this, so I'm gonna just do them a favor. It is. After all the Reconquered stuff, it's just warped my perception, but I've said it before, I think the Reconquered made me a worse player, in a way, because now I'm used to nice things, and I was not, you know, I was not used to having nice things before. But now I am, and I can't undo it. So unfortunate. It's January, we'll get more trade in. We could possibly produce more weapons. It feels like we could do more, because there's always an amount stuck in traffic. But it's a problem for later us. Let's go ahead and add those wharfs. And I will be putting a granary here. There's a native hut, it doesn't matter. So, as I said before, if the map maker will watch this, if you put a meeting hut somewhere, if you don't want me to be able to trade with them, just cut off the hut so no one can access it. But the natives will then be aggressive about their territory if they have a native hut meeting hut on the map. It doesn't need to be connected to them, but it needs to exist. And then they will tear stuff down. But otherwise I can just ignore them, which is... I assume that's not the intention. But who knows. Let's put a car depot somewhere. It should go around here. We'll split this off later anyway. Copy paste the setting. There is no military, by the way, so that's also not a labor sink. We'll have to manage the population well. I think we might have to do earlier patricians than I would normally like. Which is not a good prospect for me. I don't like making patricians. But if there is no trade, they are crucial. We do need a relatively early lighthouse though, to take care of the sea trade problems. Also this should only take when the source is more than 8, just so that there is always fish to trade first. And foremost. Yeah, weapons could be better. Once we feed this, that's gonna be our project. We do have some money, because the prices are vanilla as far as I can tell, which is actually pretty generous, like I'm not used to having quite as much. Let's... Okay, 16 oil. I have it, actually, so let's send it. But it was a large amount for such an early request. If that's a sign of things to come. Oh boy. Okay, let's put this in. Stuff, yeah, desirability might become a little bit of a problem, and there is the sea trade problems. Let me tax these people. We pay them slightly more already, so let's do 8% taxes. We should be able to do this request if I stockpile for a bit. This favor is kind of precious to us. I will add extra wharfs. We might need this island though, for bridge spots. No, it leads nowhere. There's like... This would be one wharf spot. That's not enough, because I would have to sacrifice one to get one. Which is not a good deal. This is how we do it. Again, usually I like to be told with like a road circle if it's rare like that. Same with the mining spots. If I only can place mines in like 2 or 3 areas on the map, why not tell the player so that you don't have to pixel hunt, you know? But it's a personal preference again, we are spoiled, so... I understand that it's not super common for people who are not used to making so many maps, but that's what we are used to. Is having nice things. Once there are less tents, stuff's gonna get better. We might need more temples soon though. Would have loved to do religion with something else instead, but unfortunately I don't think that's possible. Also, aren't I bringing this? Oh yeah, I need to switch this from Granary 6. There you go, finally this is gonna work. There you go, there's fish, take it. It's yours. Now we should do some weapons. You know, now weapons look okay and oil was low. Maybe we do want to overproduce. Because it might rise quota, and also he does ask for it. But I'm not sure how much he's gonna ask for long term, obviously. There's free iron cart. Yeah, it's taken away. Okay, so we could put a mine here, but that would block this upper area. So I'm not stoked about doing that. Could have a mine here, but it's one mine. Which one mine... it doesn't feel like quite a reward. And some weapons. We do need more weapons, I think. I might do that. If I get desperate. With some taxes that should help with money, but it's gonna be more about unemployment, I suspect. But if we get enough money, we can build some monuments, which construction industry does take some labor. Money seems to be flowing right now. Let's get a couple more wharfs to this. And let's cut this off. Give them their own services. There we go. And there's theft already. It's these guys, the tents as well, that are causing it. Once food is more stable, it's gonna be fine. The first feeding cycle is a bit vicious at the moment. Just add more fishing boats. Gods are getting angry. Let's build some small temples. I have to. I don't want to, but again, we have to. This is gonna be pottery later, I think, so I don't want to build it there. Do we have any other place? There is a little bit of fertile land here, which I completely missed. I think I'm gonna put this here, unless there's some wharf spots, but that's okay. That's not okay. Mercury. Mars and Venus. Granada is still struggling. It's getting fed though. More and more people are getting food. I need to pay them 2 more denarii though, otherwise they'll be too angry. New weapons, yeah, okay, price rise on weapons. That means we set up that next mine. I did not want to use this, but we don't really need it. Well, we might need it for patricians. Patrician food is gonna be fruit. The olives are fine, I think, for the population, but would love another mine instead, but unfortunately that's not to be. Let's put in the workshops here. Just double check. I don't know if... Yeah, also, isn't there the... I think this is fixed in Augustus. Yeah, we can't mine this anymore. Even if we could, I think it would be blocked, technically. So I'm just gonna double check that this is indeed the last spot that we can even mine in is here. And that's unacceptable, assuming I can't do this. I can tap it, but then this mine is a problem. It's already a problem though, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna save it. We need to check something. Could we do it in such a way that we allow access through? No. It's evil. But we do want to do it anyway, because this is important. So that we can eventually access that. But it does suck. Some serious ass. Cut this off. What is the engine? Oh yeah, I removed the engineer. This is not good, but well, we had to do it. It's gonna necessitate its own car depot and warehouse. But that's okay. I think it's worth it, especially because he did ask for it. I'm just gonna copy, paste, copy, paste. There you go. Yeah, the labor soaking is very important. Very, very important. We cannot afford Neptune to get pissed, by the way, because it would destroy our economy. People are still upset. I think once they get more food, it's gonna be fine. I also want these to evolve, but I'm not willing to spend extra width for desirability. I think they need to wait a little. Or we could remove a house. That's also an option. We definitely need to bring water here, so I might plan for it. We need to keep the road tile, otherwise this will become inactive. I'll give them an extra tile for decorations. I haven't thought about entertainment. We could put that on this corner, but it would scupper the dwarfs. This corner is where it could go. If we move this, it's gonna block this off. But I don't think that matters, because they can use this side. I'm just gonna clear the trees to make sure it's not cut off. Next up we should do pottery industry, probably for the small insula, so our taxes get higher. Let's add some more fish. One. Okay. Will this cover? Not reliably, so let's put in extra. We are for sure overproducing, but that's fine. Let's connect this as well, so the logistics can flow better. Still curious how the food is not enough, but I think we'll deal with it. We should stockpile the weapons. We do have 20 months for it. So we need a monument building. We can import everything we need. I'm gonna start by importing clay and sand. We'll do less amounts. Clay and sand. The imports should be closer than the exports, but we'll see. Let's start with a workshop for brickworks, workshop for concrete, build a warehouse for construction. Accept some bricks, marble, stone, timber. We don't need the timber yet, but we will need it eventually. All depends, what is the first monument we'll build. Maybe we do want it immediately then. More wages for Romans is definitely not a good event for us. Need that pottery, but it's gonna take a little while. Let's do marble and stone.